W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of Deadfall by Aline Templeton, narrated by Angus King. Prologue, 2020. The first streaks of dawn were no more than a narrow band on the eastern horizon that highlighted the gnarly roots and rough grasses, then slowly widened as it crept up over bark and branches to gild the lowest leaves with early April sunshine. In the darkness of the trees and bushes, the birds were waking with little mutterings and stirrings, until the blackbird's clear whistle, as imperious as the tap of a conductor's baton, signalled the start of the chorus. Then all around responses began. Somewhere the croon of a wood pigeon, the aggressive shouting of a wren, then more twittering and cheepings as the light grew. It was cold still, with patches of ground frost in the shade, and even in the open spaces the dew glittering on the grass was icy cold. But Lachie MacIver was used to that, and to rising early. He was getting old now, and his mattress, worn thin with use, pained him so that he was glad enough to rise at first light. He lived in the shepherd's bothy on the edge of the estate. They'd sold off land after the old lady died, and there hadn't been sheep for 40 years. But when they'd no further use for him, they hadn't turfed him out. They just let it decay, and now there were cracks in the walls and rain could find its way under the rusted corrugated iron roof that lifted a little in a high wind. Do-gooders he despised had tried to move him out, but his answer had been short and to the point. Very short. Here he was his own man, walking the 5 miles to the village for his pension and supplies, and other times living off the land, as he called it. There was a pheasant shoot across the valley, and they were early risers too, and easy pickings. The sun was up by the time he set off, the shotgun broken over his arm. His father's old gun the Polis didn't know he had. Plenty folk did know, but round here they wouldn't climb. He set off to take the shortcut through Drumdalloch Woods. They got nasty if they caught him doing that. He wasn't above taking a fat...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?